I'm not gonna lie to you, Fortnite's not in the best place right now. I know that I've been making a lot of content that's been very optimistic and defending Epic Games and looking forward to the future of Fortnite, but I'm not blind. The way the game is right now, it's a far cry from how things used to be. And I want you to understand something. I am loving the game right now. I have had a lot of fun this season. This is the most fun I've had in all of Chapter 4. However, I know that if Fortnite is going to continue, we need to make some changes. One of these things is something that every single person watching this video can do as well, but I'll talk more about that later. I think that with all these different announcements that Epic has made over the last few weeks, the biggest issue right now is that they've lost the trust of the community. And in order to build that back, I think it's going to require to give the community a little bit more of what they want. That's going to make the game better, and that would actually get a lot of people excited, maybe even get some old people to come back. But what are these changes that I'm talking about? The first thing on my list is I think Epic needs to have longer chapters. Epic Games is constantly pushing themselves, splitting resources to get a new map out for us every year, but on top of that, also give us map updates on the island. As we've seen with the summer event, that doesn't go very well. We want significant map changes over the course of a single season, every season. And the only way they can do that is if they're focused on the current map rather than trying to build an entirely new one. It's also terrible for us because we know what to expect now. There's no mystery anymore. Instead of building up slowly to a new chapter and us having to guess through storyline beats and what's happening on the Fortnite island, we automatically know that at the end of the year, we're going to be getting some kind of new map and new chapter. Speaking of the storyline, that needs a complete revamp. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I'm burnt out. I have no desire to cover the Fortnite storyline, to do Fortnite theories. You have all these interesting characters that you can't seem to do anything with. You can't seem to get me emotionally attached to any of them because you're too worried about selling me the next Fortnite skin. I'm down to keep buying Fortnite skins, but I would probably buy more if you gave me a reason to, by building up particular characters, by having live events. And listen, great news, it turns out that Epic has been working on live events. Maybe in Chapter 5, we'll have a return to form where we're going to be getting live events every season or every other season. But I think that that is so essential to your community in growing your game. Earlier this week, when I was looking at Fortnite storyline videos, it was so crazy to see all these normies, these people that are not fans of Fortnite, remembering all these crazy things that happened, and it was through the storytelling of the live events.
Was this when everyone was clickbaiting like Fortnite is ending for good, and they had the event where everything just goes beer?
You don't have to be an ultra mega 11 Fortnite nerd to appreciate the storyline. It's just that people will be more invested and more curious about the storyline if you have the live events to hook them in. My point here isn't just to focus on live events. I think that if you're going to tell the Fortnite story moving forward, you need to make it more interesting for the average person playing the game. One of the things that made Chapter 1 fun was being able to unveil certain mysteries and secrets by exploring the island, like those hidden coins that we used to get, which unlocked a secret loading screen. That loading screen would give us context to the story that was happening on the island. I think you should go back to doing things like that, but maybe even making it a bit more advanced. I think we need a web series, and now with Charlie Wen at the helm, you could probably make something that's really visually interesting with these cool characters that we've come to love over the last 6 years. Have secret messages in the web series that we can decode on the Fortnite island. Have little Easter eggs that are around the island that reward you for exploring. Let those Easter eggs turn into in-game rewards just like we had it in Chapter 1. I think that would get people excited again, but that's not the thing, unfortunately, that's going to build the trust back with the community. I think where Epic has lost the trust of the community the most is with creative. Creative needs a complete revamp. I think it's amazing that since UEFN was announced, Epic Games has given $120 million to map builders. However, a lot of people do not believe that the maps that got that money deserve it. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little split on this because the only reason why those people were able to make money was because they had people playing the maps. However, sometimes it seems like the only maps that are ever shown are the worst type of maps, the ones that break TOS, the ones that are the most clickbaity. Myself and the rest of the creative community are tired of seeing low-effort Fortnite maps being pushed out and making the majority of the money when there's so many other amazing maps that could be pushed and promoted that people would probably like better and would also make your game look better. Epic needs to rethink how they do the algorithm when it comes to Fortnite creative. I do think that having a browse feature will give more map builders more exposure. If you have a decent following on the internet, people can now look up your name and see if you've got a creative island. I have a lot of maps that my friends and I worked hard on that we would like to get pushed out, but we just don't know how. We've constantly done things to update the maps, to try to change them, to try to help out with player retention, and it seems like over time, nothing really works except live streaming, but not everyone's blessed to have an audience like me where they can access at any point in time, be like, hey, let's play on my map today. I think we need some kind of system that also looks at old maps and cycles them through every now and then to push them to a new audience. And let me say this, I think the Discovery tab has gotten a lot better from where it was last December. However, there is too many good creative map builders that just don't get any exposure whatsoever. Epic needs to pay closer attention to people that are breaking the TOS and make sure that they're punished for it. That way we can make sure that the quality of maps always stays high, because right now I think the bar is set really low in a lot of cases. And speaking of bars being set low, Battle Royale is a shell of its former self. I'm still a point for my boy Happy Power here, but I think Epic needs to start utilizing older assets. Like Happy pointed out, we have 6 years worth of content that they can tap into. We don't need new guns all the time. I'm down to get new items put into the game, but you've got a 6-year library of weapons that you can add in and put into the BR. Not to mention all the weapons from Save the World that we've never seen in Battle Royale. And it's not just the weapons either. There are a lot of other concepts and quality of life things that could be changed around, like the ability to side grade. That was one of the most fun and unique aspects of Fortnite Chapter 2 ever. I loved being able to take one weapon and upgrade it to another one if I didn't like the weapon that I currently had. Also, item slots have been completely useless for almost 2 years now. Bring back launch pads, bring back traps, bring back bounce pads. The things that make this game fun, the things that allow content creators to come up with goofy concepts to make fun YouTube videos with, you've taken a lot of that stuff away. Bring a lot of those old items and concepts back, including the OG maps. Notice I didn't say map, I said maps. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to cycle through the Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4 islands in Chapter 5. Yes, I wouldn't mind playing on a new BR island, but at the same time, if we did something like Apex to where we cycled through each map every 45 minutes to an hour, that would make gameplay so much more exciting, so much more versatile. Now, some of the competitive players might not like this, but if you're a good competitive player, the map that you play on shouldn't change how good you are at playing Fortnite. Yes, the change in terrain might change up the dynamic of your rotation, but that's something that you should already be accounting for because you've been used to it all season. You should be familiar with each map and be able to adapt to the environment. Also, you can't tell me that if Fortnite had a chapter where we're not only playing on the old maps, but they give us a lot of the old weapons back, they give us items back. We've got the most exciting elements of new Fortnite like the mantling, the vaulting, the sprinting, but also we've got some of the old stuff like the side grading back. You can't tell me that a lot of people that quit the game wouldn't come back to check it out. I want to play on the older maps with the new mechanics. It's not just the nostalgia factor either, it just would make gameplay so much more fun if I have variety. And it would be another thing to help rebuild that relationship with your community. But you know what would build your relationship with your community even more? Live events. And I'm not talking about the ones that happen in game. I'm talking about real world live events where you sell tickets, can generate a profit, but you're also inviting content creators to come and be a part of the experience. I understand that due to budget constraints, Epic Games has not been able to have as many live events as they had in the past. However, now that you've taken the necessary steps to stop hemorrhaging money, I think that once every quarter, so every 3 months, Epic Games should host some kind of live event where they invite different content creators down to play the game, to host the event, to do commentary, to have different shows, to show off and showcase different talents of your different content creators. Maybe even have panels where people can sit down, discuss certain topics, maybe debate different issues. Imagine if Epic Games even hosted a Fortnite storyline debate or a Fortnite storyline masterclass. Imagine a Fortnite storyline panel hosted by Restro and Cyan. We can discuss the whole concept of the 5 realities. It'd be great.
Ooh, did someone say 5 realities? Wait, give me a second. Let me get my notes.
Cyan, it was a joke. Knock it off. Now listen, out of everything that I've talked about, nothing is as important as this last thing that I'm about to say because it's something that you watching can participate in. It's something that you have influence over, and that is community. I want to speak to the content creators first because we are the ones that have to spearhead this. What I've noticed ever since I've become a Fortnite content creator is that the Fortnite community has been so fragmented. Back in the day during Chapter 1 Fortnite, what made it really exciting was seeing all these different content creators collaborating with each other, playing the game, doing different live streams. We don't have as much of that anymore. Everyone seems to be in their own little pocket of the internet and stay there. What I would like to see is a lot of the larger content creators start reaching out to the smaller ones. And I'm not saying this for my benefit. There are tons of smaller content creators outside of me that people can reach out to. I see no reason why Cypher PK couldn't reach out to someone like Restro and do an entire video on the Fortnite storyline. I see no reason why someone like Nick A30 couldn't reach out to Clen and have a conversation about the best seasons of Fortnite. And listen, to the larger content creators, I know that there's a risk when you collaborate with someone that's smaller than you, but I'm not asking you to collaborate with the people that make one video every 6 months. I'm talking about the content creators my peers, people that are around my size or smaller, the ones that are constantly making videos every week, adding value and utility and positivity into the game. And I'm gonna be honest with a lot of you larger content creators. It's not y'all that are coming up with the really interesting ideas or concepts for videos, because you don't have to anymore. It's the smaller content creators. So maybe you should try picking some of our brains and collaborating with us so we can really get some new and exciting content out there, because if I'm being totally honest, the current state of Fortnite content is not all that exciting. Talking to the smaller content creators or assisting a smaller content creator does not hurt your brand at all. All it does is strengthen the Fortnite community as a whole. But for the person watching me, how does this impact you? How can you help? What is your role in this? Well, number one, I want you to take this video and I want you to share it with your favorite content creator. Tag them on social media and let's get people collaborating more. On top of that, the next time something big happens in Fortnite, let's not try to take the most polarizing take and be divisive. It's okay to disagree, but let's listen to what the other person has to say, because 9 times out of 10, you'll actually learn something by hearing people that disagree with you on a topic. We can sit here and complain all day about how Epic Games is ruining Fortnite, but what can we do to actually have an impact in this community and make the game better ourselves?